Joining us now is Steve Bell, Senior Advisor for the Bipartisan Policy Center and a former staff director of the Senate Budget Committee.
Right.
Welcome.
Welcome. Glad to be here.
Well, you know, you have been involved in budgets since the Nixon administration. Ooh. I know, sorry. And I want to know, how bad is it now? I read that Congress only passed all 12 regular appropriation bills in 4 years. 77, 89, 95, and 97. And we are now going to go with another continuing resolution.
Yep. Let's be honest about it. Congress just doesn't seem to be able to get its basic job done. People who want to blame President Trump for this kind of gridlock are wrong. First of all, this is an Obama budget for FY17. And second of all, it's Congress that has to pass appropriation bills.
Led by Speaker Paul Ryan.
By Mr. Ryan, and under the Constitution, you can't spend the money unless it's appropriated. So you really have to be honest about it and say, the president's come in and tried to patch what was left on the table for him.
Right, and I think that next year, 2018, when it is his, is going to be just as difficult, isn't it?
Oh, I think so, at least. If you take a look at the defense increases the president wanted, he's only going to get a bit of that this time. Defense has been sorely neglected over the last 10 years, really badly neglected. I think if you look at some of the domestic programs that he wants to really get rid of, I think there's some things there that really would be imprudent to do. What has happened is both parties, all the members, have refused to look at what we call the entitlements, the soaring cost of health care, Medicare, pensions, Social Security.
But Trump has also said he's not touching those.
No.
I mean, that's the third rail in politics.
That is the third rail, as Jim Baker said. But the truth is, in the second, if there is, and I think there will be, a second Trump administration, that has to be done, or else we're going to see another series of trillion-dollar deficits.
And which seems outlandish and outrageous to just little old us with our tiny little bank accounts. Let's talk about defunding Planned Parenthood. For this budget, the 2017 budget, could that issue preclude a budget deal?
It depends on how hard people want to push it. There's $553 million in what's called the Labor and Human Services individual appropriation bill. That means it's already in there. So to get it out, you'd have to strike it with an amendment. I don't know whether or not in the House through the Rules Committee or in the Senate with a vote on the floor on a removal, it could pass.
Okay.
So my suspicion is that 553, which includes Medicaid
and includes funding Planned Parenthood,
right,
will pass.
I suspect it will.
All
Next year is another shot, though.
2018, and that's Trump's budget.
Right.
All right. Steve Bell, thank you so much. Senior Advisor for the Bipartisan Policy Center.
Thanks for having me.